3 insane punishments that will shock you. They didn't scream. They howled. Guttural, elemental, not from lips, but from soul. Justice wasn't blind in Norman England. It was brutal. And if you were accused, rightly or wrongly, what followed made death feel merciful. The year is 1100. The air reeks of ash and damp soil. Villages dot the muddy expanse of England, still staggering from the Norman conquest. King William is gone, but his grip lingers, in law, in chains, in gallows. His sons rule now, first William Rufus, then Henry I, both seated on thrones carved from fear. The Normans didn't just take England, they rebuilt it with fire and steel. For everyday folk, life is a tightrope over a pit. Crime or suspicion is met not with a fine, but with disfigurement, death, or worse. Justice was a spectacle, a threat. And what you're about to hear are 3 of the most horrifying punishments from 1100 to 1150, told through those who lived them. First, blinding, a punishment King Henry I used personally. John of Ely, a minor noble, dared to back a rival claim to the throne. He wasn't a thief, just politically inconvenient. They didn't execute him. That would have been too easy. Instead, they dragged him through filth, shackled his neck, and brought him to Winchester. There, iron hooks pried his eyes open. A red-hot blade hovered close, then pressed in, the square filled with the scent of burning flesh. He screamed until his voice collapsed, but they weren't done. John was paraded through villages, a living warning. This is what happens to traitors, they said. It worked. Nobles fell silent. John lived a decade longer, in darkness and disgrace, fed by servants who wouldn't meet his ruined eyes. Blinding, though, was for nobles. The peasants got something worse. Meet Edwin, a 16-year-old miller's apprentice from Yorkshire. Mischievous, hungry, caught stealing a loaf of bread. He wasn't tried, he wasn't heard, he was punished. His arm was tied to a stump. A heavy axe swung once, and his right hand was gone. Blood soaked the dirt. His mother screamed and fainted. His brother vomited behind the blacksmith's hut. They wrapped his stump and tossed him into the street. Edwin survived, but never worked again. He begged at the town gate, showing nobles his stump, whispering stories of Norman justice with cracked lips. Years later, he died from infection. A rat gnawed exposed bone while he slept in a barn. Still think a severed hand is justice for a starving boy? And then there's fire. Burning alive was rare, save for heretics, for witches. Agnes of Lincoln was a midwife, a healer. She used herbs, prayers, knowledge. But when a noblewoman's baby was stillborn, whispers turned to accusations. She cursed the child. She served the devil. The church didn't wait. She was arrested mid-meal. No confession, no defense. The firewood was stacked high. The rope binding her was soaked to prolong the agony. The torchbearer avoided her eyes. When the flames touched her dress, she didn't scream. Not at first. She prayed, then she coughed. Then her hair caught fire, and the prayer turned into a scream that echoed through the valley. Mothers looked away. Children wept. Some said the fire hissed louder than it should have. And just like that, Agnes, the healer, was gone. 3 punishments, 3 stories, and none of them rare. These weren't just penalties. They were tools, weapons, messages, blinding, mutilation, burning, etched into bodies, carried through generations. And in every village cloaked in fog, where bells tolled cold in the night, the elders still warned their children. Stay quiet, stay loyal, or you'll end up like Edwin, like Agnes, like the blinded man on the road.
History connects us all. What's your view on this event topic? Comment your thoughts below. Please like, share and subscribe for more interesting facts.